We live.
What's good, people? Happy pre-Thanksgiving. Our yearly thing. We do the day before Thanksgiving. Everybody got to eat their turkey. We wanted to disturb y'all for eating your turkey, your ham, ox, and all that. This Hoteps been told you, episode 75. I am Uncle Hotep. He is Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus, what's going on with you, man?
What's good, y'all? I like this new looks like YouTube updated their studio here. I see a lot of people in the chat, but I only see 3 likes. I see $10, so we appreciate that. Robert Grafton and John Lemley, as always. Appreciate you, John. Hope things are going well in school. Smash the like button. Please smash the like button if you're listening. If you can't see the chat, it's because you were here beforehand. You got to refresh so you can see the chat. But smash the like button so we can rank up. We need y'all to smash the like button. But man, I'm just been relaxing, getting ready for the holidays, man.
What are you looking forward to eating tomorrow? What's the first thing you gonna put on your plate, man?
Oh, the first thing, I need some fried chicken.
Come on, man.
I need some macaroni and cheese. I need some candy yams. I need some sweet potato pie with a dollop of vanilla ice cream. Some plantain, some rice and peas. Hopefully we get us some oxtails. If we get some oxtails, that'll be litty. I had some oxtails the other week. But that's what I'm hoping for. What you looking for?
The mac and cheese, definitely. I remember my uncle had married a Jamaican woman, and she one time with Thanksgiving we went over there, and she had them oxtails, boy. I tore them up, boy.
Yeah, the oxtails, it's the truth, dog.
Yeah, because I'm ADOS. You know what I'm saying? Cats wasn't eating oxtail. I never had it until you island niggas can start coming over and start fucking cooking. Yeah, you all hitting on something.
Yeah, if it got 4 legs, is getting on the dinner plate. Goat, ox, ain't nothing safe. When the Caribbean got colonized, they got colonized. I tell you that. I promise you that. Grandma in there now chefing up that potato salad. I know that potato salad gonna be smacking. I'm always here for a good potato salad.
Yeah. Are you going to be woke tomorrow, or are you going to let people live tomorrow? You know what I mean? The woke. It's always funny, like the black, way of celebrating these holidays. Oh, we just going to get together and eat for the family and shit like that. Damn them pilgrims. Damn them.
Now, I don't know what y'all gonna get tomorrow. All I can promise you is don't be surprised if I come with the iron fist, because I don't like Thanksgiving. I like Thanksgiving for the food and the family, but that's Indigenous Genocide Day. That's the day that our ancestors saw the white man hit the eastern coast shore. We reached out our hands full of food, full of oxtails, and the white man slaughtered us with disease and machetes after we helped them and taught them how to grow the corn. So I don't like this holiday at all. So it depends on how I'm feeling in the morning. If I'm feeling a little cranky, I'm letting the timeline have it. Fuck your holiday.
I can almost see it coming. I know if I open that app and you talking that shit, I'm like, oh, he on his bullshit today, man. Y'all buckle up, man.
Yo, nobody's safe either. White, black, nobody's safe, because I find when I do that stuff, black people be the main ones in my mentions getting mad. You know what I mean? Because I'm coming with that we was the natives talk.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not coming with the you know what y'all did to the Indians. Nah, I'm coming with the. Nah, I need my reparations because we was the natives. You feel me?
Well, anyway, I hope everybody in the chat. Thanks for 2 super chats, Grafton and Lemley. Really appreciate it. Hope
Yeah.
everybody has a good Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Word. Yeah. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, y'all. You know what I mean? Don't be Hotep Jesus at the kitchen table.
Yeah, so enjoy yourselves. Let's get to it. Blexit, yo, listen.
Yeah.
You hosting these Blexit debates back to back. Chief moderator. That's another one of the many names, the many hats that goes to Hotep Jesus. Now you're chief moderator. You hosted 2 Blexits. I didn't watch the girl one, but I think I got an hour and 15 minutes into Bryson versus
Shaka. Yeah.
And that caused quite a bit of stir on the.
What do you think about that first hour you saw?
I thought Bryson was all right, but he started slipping. You know what I mean? And like I don't think neither was making like really good, salient points. You know what I'm saying? But I came in there because everybody was getting on him for it was just about the part where he didn't give a fuck about Marcus Garvey and all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But what I don't think he didn't articulate his point well. Is that happening today? Yeah. I bet you if I asked my nephew about Marcus Garvey, he'd be like, who? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what they're going to give me.
Yeah.
But whose fault is that? That's our fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to do a better job of communicating people in our culture, in our lineage, that was instrumental, like Booker T. Washington and all that. So I mean, it didn't surprise me that they don't care about Marcus and all that. Like when I came up, there was a resurgence in Malcolm X because of the movie. I was in high school in the 90s, early 90s. That's when Spike came out with the movie. Everybody had them X hats and everybody was digging deep. And you know what I mean? But that's what we need. We can't expect them people to be like really on Garvey if we don't give them nothing.
Right.
Where's the Garvey movie? Where's the Booker T movie? Movies would help a lot with that. We're gonna see if they didn't fuck up the Harriet Tubman thing, they would have been really on that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that first hour it exposed something we have wrong in our culture, in ADOS culture. I think. But it was cool. What did you think about it?
Well, the 2 names were John Henry Clark and Chiganta Diop.
Right, John Henry Clark. That's right.
Yeah, John Henry Clark, and like you said, it was really hard to pick a winner. I felt that Bryson's just a better arguer and debater than Shaka is. I felt like Shaka actually had points, and Bryson was just playing defense the whole time. But when Bryson said he didn't care, and then he continued his tirade on Twitter and said, "Oh, I studied Malcolm X, I studied Martin Luther King Jr." It's just like, yo, that's February Black history. Like
February 1st.
Yeah. That's February 1st history, And John Henry Clark and Diop are the names, like he said, like he's right. Yeah, you say these names in the community, nobody will know who they are. But that's exactly why it's important for us to care. He said he didn't care about those names. But that's exactly why it's important for us to care about those names, because there's a lot of history lost when we're dealing with these 2 names, know? So when we think about Black history, you could tell that Bryson's Black History basically starts at slavery. You know, he even went with the whole talking point, Africa sold the slaves, you know, which is like not even true, right? It's like partly true, but that's not the whole story. You feel me?
Right.
As I said on Rogan, they took slaves because there were people here already. Only 5% of those slaves came over on slave ships from Africa. So what about the other 95% that they stole from the Caribbean, South, and North Americas? So you can tell his historical knowledge is limited. And it's exactly why you have to study John Henrik Clark and Diop, because when you listen to them, you start to realize quickly that Black history doesn't start at slavery. It starts way before that. And if you don't follow these guys' teachings, you would never know about our contributions to Greece and Greek culture. You know, you would never, I mean, the amount of information that could be lost in that 2-hour debate between John Henrik Clark and our great ally, Mary Leftowitz. You know, that's a huge debate in Black culture. And to say you don't care about that stuff, you know, is really weird. And then him and Brandon Tatum took the IG to talk shit about me. That was cute. I expect nothing less of Blexit people. But you know, they said, "Oh, Ben Carson over Marcus Garvey." Just like, that's what y'all doing now? Y'all like pitting Black men against each other?
Now hold on, man. See, this is another thing where I think what they said didn't come out right, but I understand what he was trying to say. You know, in all honesty, like Carson should be Obama. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But the history ain't gonna play out that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to be careful of. You know, because we have other people in history that got swept under the rug. They're trying to say that Carson has been swept under the rug, which is true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really true.
Yeah.
But they don't make the disconnect because they don't really go back into, history and stuff like that. But we got to put them on. But listen, like John Henry Clark, I didn't really know about him until I guess 3 or 4 years ago. Okay. When I was following you, something you put me on. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm old. You know what I'm saying? So I like some of them cats. I don't really. If they don't get exposed to it, I don't see how they're going to find out. You know. Now, do we have an obligation to yourself to look it up? Yeah, because I did that myself. You know what I'm saying? Once I heard y'all talk about him, I was like, well, let me find out what this motherfucker talking about. So I looked up his videos myself and listened and shit. I was like, damn, this motherfucker was talking that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I understand what they were trying to talk.
Trying to say, yeah.
Yeah. And but another thing about Garvey though is like, to be all honesty, like only the Hoteps are gonna be like super on the Garvey tip because the Hoteps would have been the only people that would have left. You know what I'm saying? Most people didn't want to leave. You know what I mean? If we're gonna be honest with it, the idea is good, but the mentality of that time and even today is like, hell no! Like, so that's. I mean, I understand. I kind of understand that, but they just don't know how to put shit together.
I mean, when I think about Garvey, I think about the man who exposed the NAACP.
Okay, I got you.
I didn't even think Africa and UNIA and Back to Africa. We could do all that, you know what I mean? But that's like more of like the common things that people know about Garvey. Some of the uncommon things they know about Garvey is his fight with NAACP and how the NAACP and Blacks worked to get him locked up and extradited. Right. So as somebody who's as a part of Blexit, it's important for you to know that history because it's drawing parallels with the Black left. You can see how the Black left treats Black males who try to do something for Black people. So when you dismiss Garvey, you basically dismissing a conservative. You know what I mean? Like, that's really bad when you dismissing the whole entire conservative. When he went through, struggles in 1913. This is 1913 before Ben Carson was even thought of.
Right.
Shorty said Marcus Garvey walked so Ben Carson could run, and that's wholly true. Garvey was exemplified Black Power, if you want to call it that. But to say you don't care about these people is much different than just saying, I don't know about them, let me brush up on them. If you bring up a name and you say, hey, check out this Black scholar, and I don't know about him, I'm going to just write down the name. And like you said, go do my due diligence. Imagine being Black and not knowing who Khalid Muhammad is.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of immaturity in him. The immaturity in him made him say, like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? When if he was a little bit more mature, he'd be like, I'm gonna get back to you on it.
Right. His immaturity showed, and that's why I said I trust Shaka with the kids more, because at least Shaka's gonna hit the kids with some knowledge, and then the kids could do whatever they want with the knowledge. But it seemed like Bryson really don't got nothing to teach nobody. He's just a kid himself. But imagine being Black and not knowing who Khalid Muhammad is. Imagine that. Imagine walking this earth in America and not knowing who Khalid Muhammad is. Could you imagine that? What's that like? Like, are you even a full ADOS if you don't know who Khalid Muhammad is?
Boy, those were different times back then, man. That's crazy. It was way different. That was only the 90s, man.
Oh, yeah.
It might as well have been the 60s. The shit he was talking
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I pulled up the Khalid Muhammad Donahue a couple of weeks ago and played it for my daughter. She was having a ball with that. She was laughing her ass off. Because, he entertains, but his demeanor, how he handles being in that spotlight, some of the things he said, his rebuttals, his retorts, he's definitely a little bit radical. But imagine not knowing that he organized over, I want to say 10,000 Black men in New York City, had the original Million Man March. Million Man March, they give credit to Farrakhan, but the original Million Man March is Khalid Muhammad. And then they told him he couldn't have it. So he ended up having something smaller in New York. And he went to blows with NYPD in 91. Imagine walking this earth and not knowing about that type of Black power. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know your history. And it's a whole side of Black male masculinity history that is masked in favor of more effeminate types or softer types or Ben Carson MLK types. See, Ben Carson's a clean dude. He's not really going to get out of line. He's not going to talk too much Black empowerment, but they're never going to show you the dudes that's talking that Black empowerment. And I'm not saying don't listen to Ben Carson, but you got to always get both sides. Otherwise, you're not a holistic Black man in America. You're not a man in America unless you know about both sides. You know what I mean? It's like having Anderson Cooper with no Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? Like, you need both sides. So, I just felt like the debate was a complete waste of my time. I really felt like it was a waste of my time. I was really, it was hard to get through those 2.5 hours of listening to them going back and forth, talk about like absolutely nothing.
It wasn't bad. That first hour and a half, it wasn't bad watch. It wasn't bad. It was entertaining.
The first hour wasn't bad. I think it after a while it got redundant.
Right.
Because the first hour was kind of funny. There was some shots thrown and they were still settling into their positions. But that second hour was just like, and then that last half hour with Bryson talking about he didn't care. I was just like, all right, it's time to wrap this up for the white folks see this. For the kids see this when they say they don't care about scholars. You know what I mean? Like, I would never say I don't care about Hippocrates or Democritus or Plato or Socrates. I would never say I don't care about these people. I care about all these scholars. Even a left-wing scholar, I would never say I don't care. They could be on a complete anterior side of me, and I would still say, yo, I want to study it because I need to study to see how they moving out here. Like you might have to study. Like I studied Marxism directly from Karl Marx. I don't like Marx, but I do care enough to study. You know what I'm saying? You got to study the enemy's agenda. I even study, some Ta-Nehisi Coates or whatever his name is. I read some of his stuff every once in a while just to brush up on how these weak Negroes think. You know what I mean? But you need all of that.
Hold on. But wasn't another one of his points, like the major point was, black kids of the day ain't gonna listen to any of that. They don't care about. They listen to the rappers.
Right.
What rapper did he bring up? I can't remember. I thought it was something like off the wall. Like I thought it was Rihanna or something. It was something crazy.
Cardi B or something like that.
Yeah, he said they're more into tune to what Cardi B is saying than what historical people.
Yeah, and he said that on Twitter, and he said, well, look at the streams versus the Amazon book sales.
Right, that's what he was saying.
And I'm just like, well, you could do that across all genres and all races. Like, reading is rare no matter what race you are, like, motherfuckers don't read. That's just white or black. So I thought that was an unfair comparison, but to say that the kids don't care is wholly false. As somebody who, I used to live in this little apartment complex, and we lived in the back, and you know anything about living in the back of a black apartment complex, that's where all the shit go down. So I got cool with some of the kids in the neighborhood. Some of them was gang members, but we all was back there. We would play ball. If you play ball, you got to play with everybody.
Right.
And I was on my Hotep shit, and I remember numerous times where I would be back there preaching, and the kids would stop and listen and ask questions. I think it's adults that don't want to listen. I think the kids, when I start talking, the kids' ears be propped up. They're like, yo, what he say? Because it's different. I feel like the kids absorb it more and observe it better and want it more than some of the adults. Adults, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But, even when I'm with the homies, man, and we talking, the homies be hitting me up. Yo, I seen something happen with Donald Trump. Yo, break it down for me, bro. Come on, big bro. So the streets are in tune. They might not be going to look for the information, but I don't think that's a matter of they don't care about the information. I think that's a matter of discipline. Discipline is really hard to cultivate. Not too many people have discipline, but I do think they care about our history. You know what I'm saying? They care. They definitely care.
Yeah. You said a lot, man. Well, first I got to say, rest in peace, Dr. Khalid. I want to get it on record. Somebody killed him, man. They must have used that heart attack gun. That's what I think they did. They did it, man.
Yeah, they got him.
He was in too good a shape, man. That man, he was in impeccable shape, man.
Yeah. There was nothing wrong with Khalid, and they said they got him with some sort of heart. I think they said it's some heart problem or something. Yeah. They got him in the hospital. Yeah, they definitely got him with the heart attack gun. I'm rocking with that. Absolutely. My daughter asked me what happened to him. I was like, they get murdered with him and shit. I just, we ain't even looking that up on Google. Fuck what Google said. They killed him. Okay. That's what happened. That's what they do with all the strong black leaders.
Yeah. Rest in peace to them. So, any more debates or are we done?
I don't know, man. I'm done for this week. I'm debated out. Maybe I'll moderate something next week, but I ain't not this week. I'm gonna enjoy my time with the fam doing this Thanksgiving thing. Chat said Hotep Jesus naming his turkey Dikembe. Quiet Brian said amount of blocks tomorrow plus or minus 3K.
Blocking people crazy tomorrow, man.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see on my mood, man. Depends on how I roll out the bed.
Okay. There was a poll out there. Black Trump support 34%. So is Blexit working? They're producing. Listen, if that number is true, man, that white man better pay them folks. Bryson and them deserve checks.
It's time to cut the check.
It's time to cut the check.
You need a bigger hat. Yeah, them numbers is lies, though. That's cat. They said 34% of the black community. Where? Black community where? They must have took that poll at a Blexit rally.
I don't know, man. That means basically 70% against, which I can see. Are we going? Because there's a lot of them Nigerians, there's a lot of African immigrants, and they don't think they be like, man, fuck it, we getting that check, we getting that money, they rock out with Trump. African immigrants run. There's a lot of them now, man.
All right, so you starting
to see where the African immigrants that are coming over here, because they're starting to have kids and stuff, they're having a bigger influence. That's why you see Hollywood start to showcase them with that one show they're all mad about, because they can see they're starting to have they're going to be a bigger influence.
But they're such a small minority, and that's not ADOS. ADOS hates Trump. I know,
but they're going to be forced to go with him because they're like, because they hate everybody.
I'm telling you, the streets not fucking with Trump. The streets not fucking. I'd be talking to Nick. I'd be talking to the homies. I talk to the homies, dog, and all of them. When I say all of them were like, "Yo, B, you crazy for supporting Trump? B, you crazy? Yo, you gotta call me and explain this shit, dog." That's the consensus in the hood. I haven't run across not a single black person who has come out and said, "Yo, I'm rocking with Trump." I haven't met one. I've met a bunch who have said, "Yo, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust the left or the right." Like my homie Rado will say that. He like, "Yo, I don't really care, really." It's a bunch of that going around. But to say they support Trump, 34% of the ADOS community, those is cap numbers, man. Those are the same polls that said Hillary was going to win by a landslide. Emerson and Rasputin, or Rasmussen, or whatever the fuck these polls is called. That's the same polls that said Hillary's gonna win by a landslide. Now we supposed to believe them. How, Sway? And then they tweeting Candace Owens talking about, "Yeah, we got this one." How the poll tweeting Candace Owens saying, "Yeah, we the only one that had Trump close in the last poll." So these numbers is fudge, dog.
I don't know, man. And to the working man, I don't know, man. The people that work in the warehouses and shit like that, man.
Yeah.
I think they rock with them. The people working them foundries, them steel foundries and shit.
Yeah.
And when they noticed that check, they started getting more money in that check.
Yeah. It's only one black man for every 100 Spanish people working in a foundry. And that's the one black Republican. Them jobs don't go to black, man. Jose got that job. Working class. Working class for ADOS is on the block.
Oh, man, don't say that, man.
I ain't never met no black man that worked in a factory.
Oh, come on, man. I got one right up the street. Listen, I used to rent a room to a guy who works up at the foundry. He used to eat. Look, you gotta understand, man.
You live in PA, that don't count. That's Trump country. PA is like that's just like Narnia. Say once you cross that border, shit just different. The air smell different. The people walk different. They talk different. They move a little bit slower. Y'all like the country version of New York.
Basically. Yeah, that's though, but like once you go a little bit towards Lancaster County, that's all Trump out there.
It's flags. Probably on the damn road sign.
So that white man better pay them if the numbers are even close to being that.
He not though. Charlie ain't cutting that check. He got 2 overseers, and that's the only people getting cut.
You see bitch ass Charlie about Chick-fil-A, man.
Yeah, he was. I gotta read the tweet because that was just pitiful. That was just pitiful, dog. This is the. He turned into the left, dog. He went full snowflake. Where is it? The fact that he even hyped his intern up to type this into his Twitter account is terrible. It says Chick-fil-A betrayed us. I can't even say that with a straight face. Chick-fil-A betrayed. Yo, we stood by them for years during every attack and controversy. Despite this, they announced they would no longer support Christian organizations. Even worse has come out, they support the SPLC. No more Chick-fil-A ever. What's up with your boy, yo?
Oh, I can't fuck with him, man. I can't fuck with people talking about Chick-fil-A like that. Like, they betrayed us. They wasn't doing it for y'all. Why did these people think that?
They wasn't doing it for us. They was doing it for themselves. Then the founder croaked, and now it's all over. Dog, let it go. When did the Chick-fil-A founder die? I think early this year, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Or was it 2017? Kathy died in 2014. Yeah, that shit been sold, dog. Them values is in the grave with Truett Cathy, Samuel Truett Cathy, Mr. Samuel Truett Cathy. The values is dead, dog. It's a corporation, man. They sell chicken. Matter of fact, next time y'all buy Chick-fil-A, I want y'all to at Charlie Kirk. I want you to take a picture of your Chick-fil-A box, sandwich, cup. Take a picture and tell Charlie, fuck you. This chicken tastes good.
Chad, happy Blocksgiving. Shaquem Covington, peace to all the Hoteps. Thank you. Black Mountain Hotep, I'm on the job, so I'm gonna have y'all in my ear. Respect to the gods. Shout out to Black Mountain Hotep on the grind.
Black Mountain Hotep, what's up? You gonna get in these debates, dog? We gonna find you an opponent, man. What's up? You down? You got a computer? Set something up for next week, man. Set up one of these Blexit punks.
So to combat the 34% that are going to Trump, Joe Biden had to sit down with the great young Jeezy.
Ha ha. The snowman.
The snowman. Yo, I tweeted, I don't know who sold more dope, Joe Biden or young Jeezy. They were calling him Snow Biden.
Yeah. And his son just got caught doing crack over a stripper's ass or something.
Oh, he was naked or some shit like that. That was true?
Yeah, I think it's true.
I didn't know.
I don't give a fuck if it's true or not. We're gonna act like it's true. That's how propaganda works. I think this whole Jeezy thing is Jay-Z's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Jay-Z lended his arm, lended a hand to Hillary last election, right? And it's actually a mutual understanding. It's a mutual economic benefit where the political currency or social currency for Biden increases. And so was the Jeezy. Jeezy's name gets brought up a little bit more. You're sitting down with politicians now. Your prestige rises. You're sitting down with the Atlanta mayor in Atlanta. You look like you're doing important things. You're not, but it looks like you are. You know, but this is Jeezy's, thing. Like, look, go over here, get your reparations check from Joe. You know what I mean? Act important, and let's shield for the left real quick.
Yeah, sit down with Hillary too, man. Jeezy trying to raise his status, man. Got him a nice Korean Asian woman.
Does he?
Yeah, man.
Oh, congratulations. Good pick. Good pick.
Like she's on some TV show, like it's like the Black View. You know what I mean? You know that bootleg view they got? It's the Asian girl on that show.
Oh, that's his girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She want a baby and everything. Yeah, she want Jeezy to put a baby up there. She trying to secure the bag.
Yo, nobody's know how to secure that bag like an Asian woman. They got that shit down pat. This is another political game using rappers to sway political opinion. Useful idiots, as many propagandists would call it. What do you think about this whole thing, man?
Joe trying to hang on, man.
Trying to hang on?
Trying to hang on. Because he has the black vote. If he can get it to like when they go down south or whatever it is, I don't know what, Super Tuesday or some shit like that. If he can get him to down, if Biden can be close to the top when they go to South Carolina and all that shit, he might come away with the nomination. But he has to get there because he's struggling right now, man.
He's struggling, huh? Who's on his ass? Elizabeth still?
Yeah, and Bloomberg is coming. Bloomberg got that money. You better watch out, man. They better watch out. He got that money though. So
he better watch
his way in. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the only thing he got. He got another card up his sleeves.
Redacted card.
You got that redacted card. He play that card. He might be the one. Trump might be in trouble. He make the nomination.
No, I think they're trying to still rig it for Trump, man. So that's what maybe they put Bloomberg in there, but Bloomberg, he crazy, man.
That's a crazy motherfucker.
I know he ran New York three times. He changed the rules so he could be mayor for a third term. That's the type of shit he was doing.
You can do that when you're above criticism. You could do that when you're redacted.
I was like, he went to Republican, then he went to Independent. I'm like, how?
He got that Berg privilege, dog. He got that Berg privilege. You love to see it. What happened? Wait, didn't something happen involving race this week?
With who?
It wasn't the N-word. Somebody was saying.
With Buttigieg?
Yeah, was it Buttigieg? Was it Buttigieg? He said something?
Well, that root writer said Peter Buttigieg is a lying MFer. Because Buttigieg said a lot of times in the hood is the problem is they don't have anybody to look up to. So there's no role models and shit like that. He basically gave the pound cake speech. He said the same shit Cosby said.
That's political correctness. Respectability politics.
Yeah, basically respectability. Like, yeah, he basically said that. Even though these are the same shines and say we need black teachers, to teach these black children so they can look up to see somebody who made it.
Right.
Buttigieg said the same goddamn thing. Oh, here they come, man. I'm like, oh, man. I don't mind it because I can't stand people. Like, no wonder he can't get any of the black people. He's too simple to fucking get it.
Yeah, that's the thing that the state relies on. I've been reading Rothbard. Chad got me reading this Rothbard dude, and he corroborates with that point where you basically need idiots to keep this shit rolling. The state requires the majority, and if the majority is stupid, then you only need to cater to stupid people.
Mm-hmm. Obama said they called Obama conservative, man.
See, and this is the emergence of the Obama card being played. It doesn't exactly, because they mentioned Biden, I think, within like the first paragraph or something like that.
Yeah.
So they're starting to warm everybody up to Obama. So I guess they're getting ready to pull the Obama card out. It's almost time now. Jeezy came out. Obama came out. They pulling out all stops.
Yeah, it's getting serious now because Obama said if Sanders gets it, he gonna fight Sanders. I'm like, damn, man. He protected his Wall Street. Yeah, Wall Street was like, yo, Barry, you better do something, goddammit.
You ain't done yet, nigga. They said vacation is over. Obama said, Michelle, get up. we might need you to run. Work on some essays and speeches. They might play the Michelle card too. If they play the Michelle card, it's ugly out here. But I think they want another Trump 4 years, so they won't play that because Michelle's the only one that could win. Michelle comes, that'll be it. Yeah. I'm voting. Michelle come, I'm voting. I'm voting Michelle.
Yeah, my mom will come up with a gun to my head, like, you better not vote for goddamn Trump.
My mom would submit my vote for me before I even get a hold of it. I sent in an early ballot. Don't worry about it. Yo, but that wasn't the racist tweet that happened this week, man. Oh, forget about it. It'll come to me.
Was it about black or white people?
It was a politician had said something, and people were calling it racist. Was it Jeannie? Nah. I'm trying to see if the people in the comments. It's all right. Never mind. It'll come to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see Kanye had his opera came out?
Man. Wait, hold on. I got one more point on the conservative thing. Obama being called conservative is very much the Overton window shift. They're trying to rename what conservative is. They even quoted in the article. It says here, Obama's approach to politics was marked by circumspection that went even deeper than policies. To be conservative, as philosopher Michael Oakeshott, a movement hero. Notice how they call him a movement hero. You gotta watch this media and how to use their words. Because they do is they like to frame things before they present quote unquote facts. So it says, once put, it is to prefer, this is the definition of conservative now. It is to prefer the familiar to the unknown, to prefer the tried to the untried, fact to mystery, the actual to the possible, the limited to the unbounded, the near to the distant, the sufficient to the superabundant, the convenient to the perfect. The convenient to the perfect. You see how they slip this shit in there? Present laughter to utopian bliss. So they're trying to change what exactly conservative is so that people like Charlie Kirk fit neatly into it.
Right.
And people to the right of Charlie Kirk are considered radical and right wing.
Right.
And they're using Barry to do this. And you read the article, it's just like point after point just made him see more and more left, more and more liberal, So, they try they try to conflate his deal with flip-flopping on the gay thing as being a conservative liberal thing. Now it's more like a traditional man thing. Like that kind of goes beyond politics, that's a little religious too, you know what I mean? But, they try to use that as an example of him going from liberal or having conservative beliefs because he doesn't want gay people in the bathrooms. I don't know, whatever. So, yeah, I just I see the play that they're trying here, and they're basically trying to redefine what conservative is. So people like Brandon Tatum fit more closely into that box.
Yeah, it also was a shot because he was telling the Democratic Party, "Hey, you guys are going too far left." You know what I mean? So I think they had to position Obama somewhere so these leftists don't feel bad about it. Well, they were like, "Oh, Obama wasn't all that anyway. He was deep down. He was an undercover conservative." That's what they. That's what you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
they can be all right with their far left policy. It probably works for both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? These white folks are smart, man.
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta tell these people, man. They got this shit all planned out, man.
Yeah, they do left and right. They circle your ass. Can I clear my name really quick?
Go ahead.
That just reminded me of something. Following the Blexit debate, Bryson went and spoke to Brandon Tatum on the Instagram, and they had some choice words about me. But Brandon Tatum said last year I was talking to Joel Patrick, and I was trying to convince Joel Patrick and the rest of the people there that I was Jesus.
Did you have any? You were drinking that white man liquor or
So I had to think back real hard to that conversation. I definitely remember that conversation, right? And the conversation went like this. Joe Patrick pulls me aside and Joe Patrick goes, I have a problem with you. He talks with that funny voice. I have a problem with you. He talks like Urkel. I have that problem with you. I'm like, what's up, yo? He was like, your name is Hotep Jesus. I don't like that you use the Lord's name in vain like that. And my exact response was, I don't give a fuck. When I said that, Brandon Tatum got a little scared because, he wrangled us together. So I think he thought like this was going to like spiral out of control. So he came over to like mitigate and like cool things down. But when I say I don't give a fuck in my Jersey accent, it seems more violent than what I really mean. That's just how we talk. But that's where the conversation pretty much ended. I didn't even get into explaining my name to him or anybody else. I don't remember telling anybody on that trip that I was Jesus. I remember him saying he had a problem with me calling himself Hotep Jesus, and I told him I don't give a fuck. And that's when Brandon Tatum, oh, whoa, wait, what are y'all talking about over here? And try to steer the conversation in another direction.
Right.
But I do remember Leo Dunson being there, Brandon Tatum being a part of this conversation, and Charlie and Joel Patrick being a part of this conversation. And I was really trying to move into the space of the origins of Jesus, as Hoteps believe it is. And I don't think that obviously, being the Christians they weren't ready for that type of conversation. So they conflated that with me. So Brandon lied on me and said I told everybody I was Jesus. So now going forward, what's today? November 27th. Starting November 27th, I'm Jesus. I said it. I said it here now. You motherfuckers gonna have to deal with it. I am the new Jesus.
Thank you for the revelation. Y'all had these deep conversations, man. God, at TPOs, that shit was fucking. So much shit came from that fucking those 2 nights, man.
The 2 nights was epic, dog. It was epic. Me and Amazing Lucas. Amazing. When I was first there, we was at that first meeting, and Candace started talking. Amazing Lucas was like, "Nah, you a scammer, yo." He was like, "What about the website? You was doxing kids." We was like, "Hold up, Lucas, hold up."
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Everybody, even me, I was like, "Yo, Lucas, chill out. Like, let her finish this speech. Let her do her thing. Like, you know what I mean?" So later on that night, I was trying to get the bag, and he was fucking up the bag. I was trying to get to the dinner. You know what I'm saying? So that night, me, Amazing Lucas, and another individual who I won't say their name, we were all talking. It was about 2-3 o'clock in the morning after we came back from the club, and I was putting them hip. I was like, Lucas, don't say nothing. Just lay low in this YBLS shit. Eat off this shit all you can. And then bounce when it don't serve you no more. You know what I mean? So he did it as long as he could. But he was just really disgusted by how the operation. He was the only rebellious person. I was there like this, like, hope these niggas don't find out. Hope these niggas don't find out. Hope these niggas don't find out. so when he started blowing up the like, I hope they don't look at my old videos. So when Lucas
fucked up, man.
I was trying to get all I could eat real quick, but when he started blowing up the spot, I was just like, "Yo, chill. Let Candace just say her piece, like, you know what I mean? Let her." Because my thing was this: if you came to this Blexit shit and didn't know this was specifically designed to use us to get votes for the RNC, you stupid. You knew that what this was about. This wasn't nothing to do with the black community just because you see black faces here. So, but yeah, I just wanted to clear that up and give some people context on what happened that weekend. But I don't remember telling people I was Jesus. But now you know I'm Jesus, the anointed.
Well, speaking of Jesus, Kanye had an opera. Yo, man, that shit was fire, man. You watch it?
Yeah, I don't know what I was watching, but you know, it was some real classy shit.
Yeah,
you know, some Broadway musical narrator. You know, I don't know what kind of art that was, but it was put together really well. He was taking I remember one of them was like the instrumental from Wolves. So he's taking music from other projects and putting it with this biblical story of King Nebuchadnezzar. I thought it was awesome. You know, it was a real good body of work, man. It's something that his peers can't say they ever did.
no.
And I was making this point the other night. I said, if we take the people around Kanye, this is a huge resume builder for them. Just being involved in this Kanye church thing. I mean, you're putting together a church, you're putting together a tour, you're doing live concerts, you're doing arena concerts, you're doing TV, you're doing fashion. Did you peep the fashion show in the middle of the opera or at the end of the opera? Like, he put on a fashion show at the end of the opera, like real slick. Like, they're part of fashion, they're part of an opera. So their resume, putting that as music and dance, their resumes dealing with celebrities are growing really fast with just this one project. And he's providing jobs for people. He got a reparations check off of Joel Osteen for $300K.
Yeah.
You know, and people are like, oh, look, Kanye got $300K. I'm like, yo, the choir can't eat.
Yo, did you see how many people was on that stage?
Which one?
Niggas up there, man. He paid all them people getting paid.
Oh yeah, on the opera. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people that getting opportunities. So when people talking about, you know, what Kanye is doing, I'm like, just them 100 people he go around the world with is a lot.
Yeah.
You know, each one of those individuals, after they're done with this, is going to be able to provide 10 jobs. There's 1,000 jobs Kanye's created just by this tour alone. You know, these people are going to grow up and they're going to be business owners and hiring other people for work. This is huge, man.
Yeah, shout out Kanye. Album's doing well.
Yeah.
Ilhan, they're accusing Ilhan of being an agent, man. They're saying she got Qatar ties.
Didn't we say that like 20 episodes ago?
Well, we said she's working for somebody. I don't know if we said Qatar.
No, we didn't say Qatar. You know who? You know who defected to Qatar?
Who?
Clock Boy.
Oh, that's right.
And remember, I was like, yo, that was a little bit of an agent type move.
Yeah.
He had the fake bomb, and then Obama gave him an award. Next, you know, him and his dad bounced to Qatar, but his dad was cool with nationals in Qatar. In fact, I remember was it Cernovich that did a documentary on Qatar corruption?
There's too many connections there, man.
You see
Where's this heat coming from for Qatar? You know,
a little bit of a smoke screen.
it definitely is. That definitely is. I don't know.
What's your take on Ilhan?
I don't know. She definitely could be. I don't know. I'm not going to go as far as say she's a foreign agent. Um, I think definitely somebody could have placed her there. But for who? That's the big question. Is this Saudi money? You know, that funded her to get over and put her. Is this a Saudi House of Representatives spot? I don't know. Because she don't really like if she's supposed to be anti this and that, she really doesn't go hard enough against them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, she don't really go hard against Bibi and them.
Yeah.
Like she's accused of being. They act like she's the second coming of Dr. Khalid, but she's not. You know what I'm saying? That's the disconnect. You know, like if she's not even the second coming of Cynthia McKinney.
Right.
She would keep it real. That's where I'm like, I don't. I think I don't know. They're trying to prep. I want to go if I go deep dive. I'm like they want to make Islam a more a prominent religion worldwide. You know, especially in America. So I think they had to prep. They got to start putting people in high positions like Ilhan. You know what I mean? So to get the public ready. You know, so. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a deep dive. I'm not too sure about this story though. I think this is more disinfo because you know it's just like that bar fight. No, you see that the white girls got washed up at the New York club and everybody's calling it a hate crime.
Nah, bro.
The bar fight. Like, I guess they try to go back in the bar, right?
Uh-huh.
And I guess they pushing and shoving and 15 Shine, they hopped on the actress. They beat her up. Now because they're saying, oh, they were saying these white MRFers, bam, bam, bam. So it's supposed to be a hate crime. I'm like, it's a bar fight, man. Like they published this. So y'all that think that you know that for they published that, so all y'all that say, oh man, they're getting us white people out of here and shit like that. They want to put that fear in y'all and shit, so y'all can have something to cry about and shit like that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, even if they said if it was reverse, I'm like, that's not a hate crime. If the white folks was beating some shine black folks' ass, they like, you black man, like it's a fight. You know, they didn't go with the intention of, oh, I'm gonna beat some white folks up night, or I'm gonna beat some black folks up night. It's an incident at a club. Like I've been in clubs, a man bumped this bull by accident. He didn't say excuse me. They followed the bathroom, busted his nose. We come out the club. They got the Mac 10. We almost got killed over a bump. That's what happens in these clubs. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go mess with them shots no more.
They gonna come back and shoot shit up.
Yes, like, I don't know. I think this is just like I think this is just news to keep everybody like to make Ilhan Omar public enemy number one.
Okay, I can see that. So her election reminds me of AOC. AOC is definitely propped up. People paid for her campaign, coached her through her campaign, created the content for her campaign to get her elected.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely plausible to say that Ilhan has done the same thing and is being propped up and funded. We do know she was Muslim Brotherhood, so she down with the gang gang. We got her mug shots. Right. So we already know how she banging. I was reading Times of Israel. Times of Israel said that Qatar said Ilhan Omar do something strange for a piece of change. You hear me?
Yeah.
They said she likes sex and money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what Qatar says. They said, because of her ties to the Muslim Brotherhood or whatever, she's a black Somali. But they said she wasn't even interested in running. But when they showed her that money, she said, you know what? I'll do it. Cut the check. That's what Qatar said. I believe it. I believe it. I believe she was paid to take that job because you could tell she don't really want that job. All she do is complain. She always angry. All right. But I knew she was a freak. I told you that was my boo too, right? Told you.
No,
That's my boo. I like Ilhan. She's cute. She's a cute little African girl, East African girl. Them East Africans, man. She cute. That's bae. She a little crazy though. You know what I'm saying? You do her wrong, you might end up with a bomb underneath your bed. That was racist.
That's wild, man.
You gonna read super chats?
Oh no, go ahead. You gonna read them?
Where we at? Background Hotep, I'm on the job, so I have y'all in my ear. Respect to the gods. Peace, peace. John Lemley, $5. He says, people are mad at Chick-fil-A, made a business decision, even though they didn't do enough to support them when their founder was alive. Uh-oh. Talk about it, John. Javon Smiley says, Joe Snowman Biden. Hotep Augustine, Bloomberg got that Rothschild money. I see it. Shh. Brody McFarland. If they convince us Obama is conservative, then they don't seem so liberal. Bingo. Mary O'Donnell, what's up, Mary? More of the week, more of the month, more of the year. Showing some love early for Hoteps in case I got to cut out early this mall. Still got cooking to do. See what I'm talking about? Ladies, if you ain't cooking right now, it's something wrong.
I know, man. If you ain't prepping no food right now, there's something wrong with y'all.
Turn this off right now. Get your ass in that kitchen. You guys and all here, have a great day tomorrow. Thanks for all the great shows. Happy Thanksgiving, Mary. We appreciate you. Hotep Augustine, Ilhan is a high-ranking IDF. I see behind the curtains. God damn. Shit. John Lemley, Ilhan is They put her in place to be a token anti-Semite, so no valid points. Our greatest ally ever brought up. God damn, John, don't tell nobody that at your college. You plan on graduating on time.
That's kind of my position on that. I think she's kind of a phony.
Yeah, I can see that. Aztec, listening 15 minutes behind, but happy holidays, Hoteps, or whatever you want to call it. Ha ha ha. Appreciate you, homie. Happy Thanksgivings. Happy Turkey Day. Black Mountain Hotep, he said, ain't no hate crime when them ramen noodles whooping the katas, when the Orientals whooping the katas.
Yeah, you're right. It's never that. It's just a fight, right?
It's just getting your ass whooped at that point.
Ass whooped.
Yeah, they the hate crime when they do it.
Yo, man, speaking, the motherland, they out here taking bleach baths, man. Did you know it got to this far?
Yo, I couldn't even finish watching that video.
What? I was like, what the hell is this, man?
It made me sick to my
shaving the blackness right off you.
It came right off. Like it literally made me nauseous to watch it. I was like, is her skin falling off? Like, are they really peeling off skin? Like, what is happening there? Because she was scrubbing, and that old lady went from black to white. and she was just laid up there like a goddamn SeaWorld whale in a bathtub.
It was a big joint too.
Big thick John.
I was like, God damn.
You needed to be working out, not getting your skin bleached. Or maybe if you did a couple of squats and some sit-ups, you wouldn't need the skin bleaching. Somebody might like your ugly ass. So they got a bath now. They give you the Sammy Sosa. I don't know why.
Wild. I never like, man. Who's inventing this shit, man? Is it the white man or the black? I hate to say we're using black ingenuity to figure out ways we can get whiter. Is this really what we doing, man?
Yo, I don't know who's responsible for that chemical mixture, but I know who's doing it. It's my cousins across the motherfucking ocean. I don't know why they don't love being they black self. They want to be light skinned, bad as hell. I blame Beyonce. You gotta blame Beyonce. Everybody want to look like Beyonce. Nobody want to look like Lupita.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm tired of this colorism debate, man. Like, because I don't know. I've been dark skinned all my life, and I never seen so many dark skinned people complain about their tone. It's majority women more, but whatever happened to blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice? I don't even hear that. I mean, it's like if people, oh man, they're choosing these lights over us and blah blah blah. I'm like, just shut the hell up, man. I'm like, I hear this bullshit. Like y'all making it worse, man. I think that complaining contributes to people like, well, if I can't beat these light skin, I can't beat them, join them. I'm gonna dip in this bleach bath. Well, you gotta stop that shit, man. You gotta stop complaining about what Hollywood does and what people want to date and all that other junk, man. Just stop it, because you're hurting everybody else. To me,
yeah. It was really hard to watch because I couldn't tell if that was skin falling off, and it just really made me nauseous. Like, sit in my stomach to sit there and watch them scrub the black skin off their body.
Your mother ever tell you I beat the black off you? They got something for you there.
Well, now it's possible. This is terrible, man. That's why I study history, man. That's why it's so important to study history, because I'm trying to find out where did we go wrong. God damn. So much to study, man. And then I guess it's a good time to roll into the Patrick Patterson comment on the black women.
Oh, that's right.
Patrick Patterson said, they criticize him for having his white woman. They said he said black women are bulldogs.
Well, hold on. He was talking to a particular woman. He wasn't saying all black women are bulldogs. The one that was in his mentions, he was saying looked like a bulldog.
He said, "What do you want me to do? Date a bulldog?" So here's where he went wrong. Black women are not bulldogs. They're pit bulls. Doberman pinchers, Rottweilers.
Oh, man, stop.
They're not bulldogs. They're saying bulldogs are ugly. Pits, Rottweilers, Dobermans, those are pretty dogs. But they'll bite your ass off. A black woman will bite your ass off. So yeah, a black woman got a little bit more spice to it than everybody else. They got a little more bite. Not everybody got time for that. The thing is that bite that bite is perceived as being masculine. And men really don't want to deal with a masculine woman. They like their women dainty and feminine. I don't know. What do you think about the situation?
One, he's a fucking idiot for responding to people, arguing with people on Instagram.
Facts.
Happened a while ago, but like, if I'm an NBA player, I'm not arguing with people who over who I date or who I marry and whatever. That's number one. You know, I think I'd have better things to do with my time. But that just shows, you know what? I always say that, you know, black women are more, they're more cohesive. They'll stick together more than black men, you know. So when they start to see, you know, high profile black athletes, you know, dating whoever, that should be, I think they would look at that and consider, hey, that's some of the resources we should be having, and we're letting them walk out the door. You know, so I mean, I don't really actually blame them for doing that. You know, I mean, that's probably smart of them for doing it. You know, but as a man, you can't sit there and argue with women over like that. You're just making yourself look dumb. And now you gotta sit there and apologize, and people look at you like, oh man, people call all types of coon and all this. It was killing them. I was just like, man, this is just crazy. But
that's why you need the Kembe strategy, man. Block them hoes. You ain't got to worry about saying something stupid. So I be blocking people, man. You don't deserve to interact with me. You don't deserve to see my timeline anymore. Block. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not like arguing with you. I ain't want to argue with my woman. I'm gonna argue with you.
How many you have blocked, man?
30,000.
Seriously?
13,000.
Damn, I don't know you blocked that many.
Let me see. How many do I got? Setting the privacy account, privacy and safety, blocked accounts. I am sitting at right now. It won't give me a total on web view. Damn, I'm looking at some of the people I got blocked now. It's $100 in case anybody's wondering. It's $100, $107 in Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash paid to Uncle Hotep. I have 12,000 blocked accounts. 12,102 blocked accounts.
They start biting your wave. Like, I'm gonna start blocking people like Hotel Jesus. I'm like, I got people fucking biting there. This taking his whole wave, man.
Who was doing that?
I don't know. So I see somebody say that in after I started doing the block method by Hotep Jesus, my timeline is filled with better.
Yo, Hotep's doing raw ways. We create them.
Right.
Just say somebody getting on your nerves, block their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's also my trick to not getting suspended. People don't realize that.
Yeah, I started doing that too, man. Like some of the people that came in and mentioned talking crazy, I'm like, blip.
Yeah. I seen this one girl, her bio said trans. She had a rainbow. I didn't even wait for her to tweet me. I just said black. All she did was follow me. Nope, I ain't taking no chance. You ain't about to report nothing over here.
Yeah, because they can't see your thing.
Right.
And there's so many burner accounts, man. I'm like, it's ridiculous, man. Like, they be doing like start November 2019. I'm like, here, you got one follower, and then you hear in my mentions talking a whole bunch of bullshit. CIA, FBI, please leave me alone.
Yeah, if you look at a lot of the accounts I blocked, you see that it's those types. You know what I mean? Where it's not a lot of following. It's probably a burner account. You know, I had one dude. He created a new account just to talk shit. He named it after me and everything. I blocked that one too. You know, but another thing people don't realize is we went to war with the left before getting banned was a thing.
Yeah,
we had we went to war. We had a war, Hoteps versus the black left.
Yeah.
And one day we went viral, or I went viral because of DeRay. Remember, I was talking to DeRay about using his Dove soap,
Yeah. I remember that.
and the whole black Twitter attacked me over one comment. I said, yo, you know he ain't about black power because he ain't got no black soap. Because he promoting Dove soap, and a lot of people didn't get what I was saying, but soap is something that black people make. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could always find a black soap lady. You know what I mean? So it's like the fact that you out here promoting Dove, like it's just the greatest thing ever, was just like weird to me. After you just complained about white people.
Yeah, he was proud, like, oh, I got some dope stuff. Like, he was happy he got some dope stuff. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got finished talking about how evil the white man is and whiteness. Here you go with your white bar soap. So I was just like, so I said something. Then the black left, like all the black Twitter attacked me. So I'm blocked by most of the black left. Bree Newsom, the girl that climbed the pole, got me blocked. A lot of these people got me blocked. So the people that's doing all this snitching, I'm safe. I didn't fought the war. A lot of y'all conservatives was late to the war, man. We was on the front lines early. So what y'all seeing is leftovers from y'all dealing with our leftovers, really. Because we was the ones telling y'all, yo, the LGBT agenda coming. Then we tell them.
Yeah, we've been told that, man. That's the reason we got called Hotep.
That's the reason why. Thank you. So that's why that happened.
Anything else happened this week?
John Lemley, if Biden already bought and paid for Jeezy cosign, who's going to try and get Gucci or Pusha T endorsement? I don't think Pusha T got enough social currency. Gucci might.
He was with Hillary too, man.
Pusha?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, last year.
Oh, he got his reparations check?
Yeah, Pusha. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He president of good music. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Hotep Augustine, white folks sunbathing their perennial ass as the newest form of stress relief. So let's talk about that.
What?
All right. So on Joe Rogan, I talked about reading the Tao, and that's actually a Tao technique. Sunlight is a disinfectant. If you put something in the sunlight, it'll disinfect whatever you put in direct sunlight. For example, if you have a sore throat, you should only consume water and go outside and open your mouth up and get sunlight to the back of your throat, and it'll start disinfecting your throat. Sunlight period is a healer. So when people saw these people pulling their ass out and getting sunlight on their ass, a lot of people found it strange. But for people like me who do a lot of research and reading, it wasn't strange at all. It was quite normal. I think it's abnormal that people don't do it more than it is people do it just because of the science behind it.
Right.
It's like saying like the toilet isn't even conducive with taking a shit properly. It backs up your colon because it puts your legs in a 90-degree angle to the ground when you should be more in a squatting position. So you should put like a stool underneath your legs to help the poop come out easier. It's like laying down to deliver a baby. It makes no sense when you should be squatting to have the baby and letting gravity work with you, letting the baby fall into the pool of water. So there's a lot of things that Western civilization has forgotten or never had knowledge of that the ancient world was privy to.
Right.
So back then you didn't have baby wipes and disinfectant, but you had the sun. So you go in the backyard after you take your shit, pop your ass up in the air and get some sunlight on your asshole for 5 minutes. Disinfect your ass. You know what I mean?
The sun rays and shit.
Yeah. Everybody put their ass to the sun, wash your ass. That's why they call it sunbathing. Because the sun will clean you. You see what I'm saying? Now, there's another practice that's very ancient, and it's the practice of eating bugs. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh my God, I'm not eating bugs. This is some vegan shit." Da, 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 da. And I'm like, all right, well, again, as somebody who loves to research and read, I find this thing to be probably makes more sense to eat bugs, right? Especially when you're talking about the possibility of a dystopian future, especially when you're talking about being self-sufficient, being able to sustain a community. It's much easier to raise a bunch of bugs because they multiply so fast than it is to rear cattle and these other things. I think the point of rearing cattle is probably to help you sow the land, not so much to kill the cattle and eat the cattle. The horse is great for transportation and keeping the grass low because they eat the grass. So that was your original lawnmower, was the cattle and the horse and the chicken for your eggs. But bugs are very much, white folks always talk about, especially these fitness gurus and these red meat eating gurus. They always talk about, oh, protein, protein, protein. And the truth is, man, you make one of these fucking insect burgers, they got 10 times the protein than your steak burger does. Then you go look at African tribes, they collect mosquitoes into this net, and then they turn the batch of mosquitoes into mosquito burgers, and they eat the mosquito burgers, and they're sustaining themselves off of this. So it's actually more biofavorable than to go killing a whole bunch of animals out here. There's a lot of things, and that's why I love studying history and antiquity so much, because things that people find that are new are actually really, really old. you know. But yeah, it's gonna look strange. Yeah, eating bugs sounds strange. Is Hotep Jesus eating bugs? Nah, I'm not. I'm definitely not. But I tell you what,
You never ate a cricket?
I never had crickets.
Crickets before.
Like them chocolate crickets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had one before, But
that shit was dead. I didn't fuck with it.
Yeah, I'm not getting with the textures and all of that. Yeah. But I remember right when I left 50 and I was going super Hotep and I was on my vegan tip and eating healthy and all of that. And I was doing marketing. I had just opened up my marketing consultant agency. And I said, I really just want to market whole foods. I want to market things that are good for people. I just spent all this time marketing caffeine to people. I wanted to do something that was good for people. So I remember specifically going to angel.co. I don't know if people are familiar with that website, but I operate off of that website, angel.co, and you'll see a lot of startups there. So, I'll do it right now. So I'll just type in insect food and several startups come up. But I did this a few years ago. Oh, here's the company I saw. And I used to apply for jobs at these places. I never actually got a job. But like they have this one thing here called EXO, and they sell insect protein. But this is something I had understood for myself to be a potential future, and I was trying to hop on it before it became a thing. You know what I mean? So if I go to exoprotein.com, they got a cricket protein bar. We just talk about that, right?
Yeah.
So these guys are cultivating crickets for their protein. Now, the funny thing about this is you're never going to even taste this animal. You're not going to have to deal with the textures of this animal. It's no different than saying, hey, I'm having a whey protein bar. You don't taste cow in a whey protein bar. You're not going to taste a cricket in a protein bar. You're going to taste the chocolate or whatever else they put, the peanut butter and jelly, banana, the other flavors that they put into these things are what you're actually going to taste. But I want to actually see what their nutritional values here for this thing. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up this one here, and they selling too. You can see the reviews. This shit is selling. No wheat, no soy, egg, or ingredients. calls it a clean protein. 60 pounds of cricket protein. Oh, so they're talking about the efficiency. So it says crickets require only a tiny fraction of the water that cows do to make the same amount of protein. You know, so
Save the environment. You
yeah,
know,
this is
like all those Greta Thunberg kids, that's where people been talking about, oh, they're trying to make us eat bugs. They're trying to make us eat bugs. But, those people that really ate up the climate change and we got to do something about it, some of them are going to be like, hey, man, I don't want to eat cows and shit. I want to eat some bugs, man. Give me a cricket burger. There's
yeah. Yeah, I think the problem with the Greta thing is all the other bureaucracy that she's trying to bring into the forefront along with the solutions. Like I remember one time she said, "Oh, we shouldn't be invested in tech companies in these geotech companies or something like that." And I was like, "No, that's exactly what we need to do. These are the people that are researching, eating crickets. This is exactly who we need involved in this conversation." I don't see the grand protein, but people like her are definitely bringing in some BS, I should say. See, the thing is, in order to pass a lie, you got to tell a little bit of truth,
right.
so people they'll attack the whole ideology and then throw out the crickets along with all the good stuff. And that's kind of like why I say it's so important for us to do our own studies, because you will be lost out here. Actually, I found it on Amazon. I had to go to Amazon. So this one bar has 10 grams of protein, of cricket protein. And the truth is, your body's actually going to digest this a lot easier than it will animal protein. And it's a different type of protein too. So yeah, I just it implores people to make sure that they research everything about these topics, because the left and the right are both playing us. So they'll shut out the topic of putting your ass to the sun and eating crickets, when actually that's an ancient practice and a good practice and something that could be healthy for you and something that you might need to study on, just because they got beef with Greta, so educate yourself out here, folks. Continue to study. Otherwise, this stuff is all going to look strange to you. But we're definitely headed for a future where bugs are a food. I think we saw it in Total Recall. I think in Total Recall they was eating bugs. I'm not sure, but you see it in a lot of the futuristic movies. They talk about eating bugs. But I mean, technically, that's I believe that's just a better source of protein for us than to be eating the animals out here. It's got a good, it's got a little bit of iron, 3 milligrams of iron, 60% B12, calcium, potassium. So you're getting a lot of other things too that you're not going to get from a steak. But yeah, that's the future, people. Y'all better get used to it, man. Y'all better go outside, grab a couple of crickets, throw it in your smoothie. You won't know the difference. All right.
Hotep Augustine, white folks sunbathing their perineum ass as the newest form of stress relief.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Insight for the ages. Love you guys. Want to let you know about my GoFundMe for a YouTube alternative. Search YouTube Killer on GoFundMe. I want to start the dialogue. I'll put some ideas on there.
All right. I get behind that. That's dope. I found out what that racist comment was. It was Anna Navarro that got attacked this week.
Oh, what did she say?
Because she was talking about
Right.
She refuted the possibilities of the Black American support for Trump being at 34%. So people said she was racist. I thought that was a reach. Like I see Dave Rubin here. He goes, Anna Navarro sure doesn't like black people who think differently than she wants them to. and she has the nerve to call me racist a few weeks ago. Dave Rubin, you are racist. So let's read
35%, but it's definitely not. It's higher than 10. Like, if you just look online, I know Twitter's not like what it really is, but it's about like 10-15% of black folks online.
Well, let's look what Anna says. She says, 0 chance this is accurate. 0. The poll must have only been conducted in the homes of Ben Carson, Kanye, that sheriff guy with the hat, and 2 cubic zirconium and polyester spandex ladies. She talk about diamond and silk. She called diamond cubic zirconium, and she called silk polyester spandex.
They be killing them, man.
I wouldn't call that racist.
Oh no, it's not.
It's jokes. It's jokes. And I really hate when white people speak for us to tell us when somebody else is being racist. That literally makes you racist. Don't speak up for us, Dave Rubin. Shut the fuck up. You have no place to say when and where somebody's racist. And while I'm feeling froggy, fuck you, Dave Rubin. How about that?
Yo,
That's all I have to say about that.
No, I don't got anything else. I watched. I had my play Peter Pan for my daughter, and they got. I don't know if you ever seen Peter Pan, but they got this Indian scene. I'm like, what the hell? I then took a double take. I'm like, whoa! And I'm like, it was a shock. I remember when Disney Plus had put out this thing of like, some of these old movies have old racial stereotypes.
What they said.
Yo, man, you just gotta see it, man. I'm shocked that people weren't more upset about it. I even went online and searched about Peter Pan, and some people were saying, "Oh, I can't play that in my house anymore." Oh, I saw that. I'm like, what? I mean, it just had like stereotypical, like all the Indians had like literally red face on. Like it's like they all look like the Redskins characters. What the hell is this? Like, because what's his name? Kevin Hart. His son wanted to play Cowboys and Indians, for his birthday, like his 6th birthday. And he put them pictures on. They killed him. But my point is, like, y'all don't even know a Native American in your entire life,
right?
Like, I worked. I was in the Air Force. I knew one, and when I used to work with a guy on the help desk was a Native American, and that's it. You know what I mean? I didn't really never talk to him about it or anything like that. But y'all don't even know any Native Americans and shit like that. Y'all want to sit there and fucking virtue signal about shit. Just like Anna, like, how many black people do you know, Anna? Really? Is there any in your neighborhood, Anna? I think there's not. But they always want to talk about, this is racism. Like, it don't even concern you. Shut the hell up.
Yeah. I think racist shit just needs to be put into context. We watch racist shit all the time in my house. Like Dragon Ball Z got Mr. Popo looking like, got Mr. Popo looking like blackface, like Sambo out here.
Yo, I saw Mr. Popo, I started dying.
He got the Sambo look. You gotta.
And the thing is, black people love Dragon Ball Z. I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, they got that shit off too. I was like, but I heard, the Japanese have, they view shit different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is really old. Those Mr. Popo sketches are really old. It goes back to a time when Disney was doing, their Sambo stuff. That shit was common in Hollywood. So Japan just copying, really.
Right.
They didn't create that. Hollywood created that shit. So So I really don't put too much onus on it, but I did take the moment to teach my kids the lesson about Sambo and all of that. You know, um, I don't know, man. It's a funny place in America we are right now, man. And
It is, man. It's like I don't know what the hell is going on. It's just like I don't know. It's they're making a drastic change, and that they're trying to shoehorn diversity and everything, and shoehorn, you know, different cultures into this one quote unquote melting pot, and it's like we're a real live experiment, in nation building. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, because this wasn't happening in other parts of the world. Now you see how they're trying to put they're sending Africans everywhere in Europe and shit like that.
oh
So
yeah.
this is probably that was probably some of the stuff they learned in America. But
Well, the thing is, if you ever look at Germany, man, and their history, mass immigration is a war tactic. And the thing is, people think white people run Europe. White people haven't run Europe since before America became a thing. White people haven't run Europe for centuries. And mass immigration is definitely a tactic to dissolve borders and and create this new world order like Alex Jones has been warning us about.
hey, we forgot about they charged those two black correctional officers.
Oh, word. We gotta talk about that.
This is something that, like, I was trying to explain to people. You can set people up without them even knowing. Like, you got two officers that work a lot of overtime. And when you work a lot of overtime in jail, you got to catch naps in a jail because you got to work a whole shift. Like, I used to go in for 8. If I pulled a double, you had to do 16 hours, dog. And that's a lot of time to be at work, So, say if you're just scheduling the assignments, these two people overtime, they'll probably try to get some sleep at night. Hey, they'll be like, hey, I got this easy job for you. You go down to the wing where Epstein's at. Don't worry about it. And y'all take it out. They pistol whip they don't even do their checks. Bam, bam, dude kill himself or get killed, whatever they did. And that's that. Now they got the fall guy. The fall guy don't even know they're the fall guy. They just was trying to get some overtime. White man, I keep trying to tell these black folks, man, the white man slick. You got to be on your P's and Q's, man. Like, if you knew Epstein was in there, I'm fucking my eyes would be like this. I'm like,
nah, I'm good. Somebody else take that shift. Yeah, it wasn't that like, weren't they like temporary guards? They weren't even the permanent guards for that shift.
No, they were overtimers. They weren't. I don't think that was their shift, but they were working overtime.
Oh, okay. But that was their facility though?
I think it was their facility.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Got you. But they work overtime.
Yeah.
They got set up mean. They got set up mean. And we said in the past episode, black folks was gonna go down for this shit. A whole bunch of motherfuckers get trafficked. Black little girls get trafficked. The only people that go to jail is black people. That's the shit I be talking about. I remember one time this white man set me up. His name is Mike. If I could remember his last name, I'd say it right here on this live. So when y'all see him in real life, y'all can cuss him out for me. Can't remember his name, Italian dude. I was working at the Cheesecake Factory. And at the time when I was working at Cheesecake Factory, my record there was flawless. Never had an issue. Never had a problem.
Right.
I showed up early to my shifts. I was taking other people's shifts. I was doing my thing. I was 19 years old. And I had worked with this guy, Mike, at Lone Star when I was about 16 years old, and he got fired for sexual harassment, messing with one of the young girls. She was like 16. This dude was like well into his 30s. So he got fired for sexual assault on a minor. Right?
Yeah.
I ended up working another job in between then and there, and he was there. And he got fired from that job for something similar. Sexual assault on the job. Now, I was at Cheesecake Factory. I had worked there before him, so he got hired as a new manager. Me and him locked eyes. And Cheesecake Factory is a real good job. They be giving managers cars over there. They give you a BMW once you're the GM.
Right.
So me and him locked eyes. He nodded at me. I nodded at him. We kept it moving. We ain't say much. Don't you know I showed up for work on Wednesday? They said, yo, you're fired. I said, for what? They said, no call, no show. I said, I'm never on the thing on Wednesdays. Also, I always keep a copy of my schedule. Don't you know he went and changed the schedule after hours and got me fired, dog? I was like, oh, wow. So this is just show you like how easy it is for somebody in upper management to move things around to frame people and get people in trouble. And that's what I think happened here with the Epstein thing. These people were set up to take the fall. A guy like Epstein, high profile like that, you don't even put overtime people on that.
No, I wouldn't.
You got to have fresh minds, fresh eyes, rotating, maybe 4 hours a shift. Fresh. And 2 at a time, too. I have a guy sitting outside the door. You know what I mean? So I'm not buying this. Where's the tape? Did we ever get the tape? The jail's got tapes. Oh, they said, all right, the camera was broken. Oh, man.
Quiet Brian, even Pokemon got a handful of racist stereotypes.
Does it? Damn. Y'all gonna have to school me to the racist one so I can show my kids. They all into that. They just got to pack a Pokemon a day.
Yeah. Well, happy Thanksgiving, man. Hope you don't get too full on, man, on them mocktails, man.
Man, I'm picking out. I'm picking out starting from tonight. I'm about to go and see in there what they got cooked up now. She in there talking to grandma now. I'm about to go get me something. But yeah.
Thanks for everybody that putting the reviews on Apple. We got some reviews. They got that nasty one pushed down the list a little bit. But thanks for everybody leaving reviews on iTunes. Please leave reviews and please share. Thanks everybody in the chat. Hope everybody in the chat have a happy Thanksgiving. Please buy Hotep. Please buy our gear store MV. Patreon. Join the Patreon. We'll have first information on Hotep Con.
Right. Thank you. I was going to say that. If you want advanced tickets, the first tickets is going through the Patreon. So you got to be on the Patreon. It's at least $1 to reserve your spot. Only Patreon people are going to have access. If the tickets sell out through our patrons on Patreon, then we're not even going to put them on Twitter, dog. But if you want to reserve your spot, VIP tickets, etc., patreon.com/Hotep Nation to reserve your spot. DC in May is May. I don't know the dates yet, but it's May in DC 2020. And I got Vegas locked down too. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, but definitely next May DC. It's gonna be wild. The first one's gonna be wild.
Yeah, that's all I got, man.
All right, y'all see you next week, man. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
You too, man.